A meltdown is not goal-oriented, it is reactive, it is something that is done because of something that's happened. Where a child with a tantrum is looking for a reaction with a meltdown doesn't matter. It will not end the meltdown. Where a reaction with a tantrum will end the said tantrum with a child. It looks like different things for different people. It can be throwing cups, it can be yelling, it can be screaming, it can be on the ground, kind of looks like a tantrum. But it looks like different things for different people. Yes, sometimes there might be body language or change in tone of voice or eye movement or other things, but for other people, no. It'll come out of the blue, it'll happen, and they'll come out of it almost out of the blue. I mean, it doesn't come out of the blue for whatever caused it, but to the outside observer, there's no warning signs. Neither how they go down into it or they come out of it. There's nothing that tells you when they're going to go down and when they're going to come back up. Usually after a meltdown or a shutdown, you can sometimes talk about, well, what do you think caused this? Why are we dealing with this? Other times you can't. Best thing sometimes to do is not bring it up at all. Just kind of act like it didn't happen, because it's not a really great spot for us to be in, just honestly. So on the shutdown and meltdown, no, not really. Unless you know what's triggering them, no. Burnout there might be, because the person with autism might tell you, I'm not sleeping that well, I'm stressed, I'm tired all the time, I'm not feeling like myself, I'm losing, especially the person says, I'm losing interest in my special interest because I'm exhausted. That may be a big symptom of autistic burnout. But it's the only one that you can really prevent, and preventing it may be hard because there may be extenuating factors outside of what you can control that may be causing the burnout as well. Autistic burnout has become more prevalent in the community during this past year, during COVID, during quarantine. In fact, it was hardly talked about pre-2018, but it became a very large subject within the community 2020 through now. It's been bad. I mean, COVID's been bad for everyone, autistic or not autistic. It's really been bad for the autistic community in certain ways because it's cut us off from a lot of the things that we knew before, that were more regular, that were more things. It's been good for us in ways because it helps people understand what it's like to be us during normal times, because much of what everyone experiences that's frustrating for them during quarantine with COVID is pretty much how our lives feel when we're autistic. But that being said, with people without autism experiencing the life that we normally experience, it's 2 times harder on us because, well, we've experienced it before, and now it's a double whammy because everyone's experiencing it. It's added to autistic burnout. It's added to the stress. It's added to meltdowns. It's not really been a good thing. And COVID, I believe, the quarantine and COVID will be affecting autistics much more severely longer after everyone else has well forgotten, or it's in the rearview mirror and weren't those 2 or 3 years weird, when everyone else has left this period. I think we'll still be being majorly affected by it in the autistic community years after everyone else is like, oh, that was just a weird period in our history.